The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual guests. If you're a sensitive snowflake that may get easily offended, then turn this off immediately. If you want to hear the real truth about the gun culture, then stick around. This is the Armed Citizen Podcast. What is going on, my Go Squad? Welcome to the Armed Citizen Podcast Live. This is episode number 185. Today's date is Tuesday. What is it? The 21st? I want to say it's maybe the 21st or the 23rd, maybe. I don't even know. I think it's the 23rd of March. I think it's the 23rd.
23.
Yeah, I'm not the smartest, sharpest crayon in the box for the show.
You've been busy, man. You done lost 2 days being so busy.
Yeah, I've been nuts. Yeah. Welcome to the show. We are live as always on YouTube and on Facebook. If you're out there, go ahead and leave us a comment. We don't know that you're out there unless you say something. If you want to leave a comment or ask a question throughout the show, go ahead and tag one of us on the panel. You can call. Yes, you can call into the show or text utilizing the Ghost Tactical Hotline provided by our good friends Rod and Shelly Gates at theguncleaners.com. Come and clean it. That number is 530-364-4678. It's scrolling down below. If you are a veteran and you're in that hole and you can't seem to find that light or wondering if there is a light out there anymore, then please call me 24/7, text me, email, whatever you want. I can't give you medical advice, but I sure as hell can probably be a decent shoulder and talk you through some stuff. If you are looking for some medical advice or someone that can point you in the direction of medical advice, please understand two things. One, you're not alone. And two, the world is a much better place with you in it. So please contact the Veteran Crisis Hotline, 1-800-273-8255. Once again, 1-800-273-8255, the Veteran Crisis Hotline. We will be spotlighting, as always, the United States Marine Corps. If you have any interest in joining the Marine Corps or want to know more about what it takes to earn the title United States Marine, please contact or go to the website marines.com. And as always, we are a proud member of the Self-Defense Radio Network. It is a group of podcasts of like-minded, pro-freedom, pro-2A, pro-gun podcasts all in one source. So if you're interested in finding more podcasts like this one, please visit www.selfdefenseradio.net. So tonight's going to be fun. We haven't done one of these in a long while. It's just going to be kind of more of a free-for-all. So we said, you guys, if you have any questions or comments, well, tonight's the night to do it. We're going to sit here and answer as many questions as we can and see what kind of rabbit holes we go through. So we got some links out there to other people. If someone out there wants the link, let me know. And if we can make room for you, we certainly will. And let's welcome in our quasi co-host and producer, engineer, the man behind the curtain, whatever you want to call it, from the great state of Texas, the tactical leprechaun himself. What's up, Clove?
God help us all, right?
Right. Exactly. The two of us steering a ship would be interesting, folks.
It's gonna get crazy.
It could. We're gonna have some fun because I know there's a bunch of people out there that might have some interesting questions. Before we move on, I do want to bring us something exciting. Clover, I think you've known for a while, but it became official yesterday that I will be doing some work for gun.deals. If you guys are familiar with the website, I've been using the website for a while, and it's a great place that you can find the best deals from valid sources on the internet for firearms, ammo, accessories, optics, whatever. Gun.deals is out there. But basically what they did is they contacted me a while ago, and they're starting up a YouTube channel. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that YouTube channel out there if you guys want to go subscribe. It's just starting out, and they've asked me to do some work for them. Basically, what's happening is they start a YouTube channel and they don't have a YouTuber, quote unquote, in their company. So they're reaching out to several of us to create content for them. They will basically, we'll be doing it for them. They'll pay us for the videos and all of that. And I submitted my first one a few hours ago to them, and they've already paid me. So it's wonderful. So the cool thing is I'll be able to utilize it on any platform that they're not on. So if they're not on Full 30 or Gunstream or wherever, I'll be able to put that video on my channels over there. Eventually, I'll be able to add them to my channel over here. But since they're paying me for the content, they own that content. More of a kind of an independent contractor to gun.deals or gun deals. But it's kind of cool. I'm excited to it. It's going to maybe get some money. I'll be doing some top fives for them. I'll be doing some reviews for different firearms and all of that. So I can't discuss a lot as I do have a non-disclosure agreement with them as far as some things, but I can announce that be over there on the lookout. They'll be having the videos on their website, gun.deals, as well as their Facebook and their YouTube as well. So yeah, looking forward to working with Gun Deals. Really cool website. I've been using them for about a year or so. Them and Gun Watcher are two really good resources to try to find good deals out there. But yeah, really excited about that. Wanted to kind of announce that because I was told that I'm able to officially announce it. So going to be having fun with that. So have you ever used Gun Deals, Clove?
Are you still talking?
I'm sorry?
No, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. I was out in the chat and I kind of like heard you in the background.
Oh.
So I know the story. I know the story you were telling, so it was all good.
Yeah. You're
I've
one
never
of the
used
people
them. No, I've never used them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a pretty good. I'm gonna go and I'll put the website out there as well. Like I said, if you're looking for, if you're familiar with Gun Watcher, I use them quite a bit too. But if you're familiar, basically what they do is they have partners. Obviously, they have partners that they deal with, but they try to put the best deals. They search the internet for verified, quality, proven establishments, online things, not just some sketchy whatever, but they try to find the best deals for guns and put them over there. So if you're out there, yeah, just put the website over there. Go check them out. Pretty cool. What's that?
I was just going to say that sketchy thing is a big deal now. I don't remember who it is. But there's somebody that put out like a video series on how to identify those. Was that Flying Rich maybe, or
can't remember. I don't know.
But somebody did. It was pretty good on the certain things you'd look for to be able to tell if it's a scam or whatever. But there's a lot of them. You really got to be careful right now with the way the market is.
Yeah. Steven out there says, get paid in ammo. Don't take any of the money stuff. Well, right. Here's the thing. The money for videos that I don't shoot in are going to be set at one price, and reviews of firearms are going to send me the firearm and either send me ammo from one of their partners, or they're going to, pay me for that video. Of course, a different price for reviews because they take a little bit longer to do, but they'll send me the firearm to review and all that. And then they will either send me ammo to test it with or reimburse me for ammo that I have to go purchase for said review. So I can't complain. I mean, I can't complain. It's a wonderful deal. So I'm very lucky, and thanks to Gun Deals for reaching out. I'm really excited about it for sure. Yeah. Let's see. Let's say hi. We haven't done this. So we're going down the rabbit hole. Let's say hi to everybody out there. Buck's out there. Rich White, the 1% is out there. Let's see here. Let's scroll down. MKJO. Do you call him? What do you call him? Would you call him something?
Makojo.
Yeah, Makojo. I don't know. That's whatever. MKJO. Rod is out there. And Shelly Gates, the gun cleaners themselves, are out there. Let's see here. G23's out there. Donkey Puncher's out there. I love that name. One of my favorite names. Although he does have the Alabama Crimson Tide logo on there. Man, do you really have to go there? That's anyway. He says, "What's up, Trey? What's up, Donkey Puncher?" I love that name. Southpaw's out there. Mr. FNH himself's out there. Lockjaw's out. I hadn't seen Lockjaw in a long minute.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "What's up, Ghost Squad?" Travis P11 said, "What's up, Trav?" He is the King Travi, the King Travi. So go check out him. Patriot in the Dark, my fellow Devil Dogs out there. What's up, Semper Fidelis, brother? Grim 90, the Tactical Reaper. The Tactical Reaper's out there. David Ramirez is out there. Stephen Elder, I think I said Steven's out there. TJ Persicudes out there. I love saying that name. TJ, if you've got a second, I'll send you I'll put the link out in the chat if you're able to. I would love for you to come in and talk about the gathering down at the Sawmill last week. If you've got time, let me know and I'll put the link out in the chat. You can join in. RL's out there, the Black Cat Outdoors. Let's see here. SS Pawn is out there. What's up, Stan? Go check out SS Pawn in Nebraska. It's a great gun shop. I've met him in person at Wanamaker a year and a half ago, whenever it was. Awesome person. Does a lot of work with Travis P11.
Speaking of that, since you called out Stan, if he's still out there, I wonder if he's planning on making Wanamaker in April. Let us know, Stan.
He is. Yeah, let us know. Pat Hirsch is out there. Let's see here. Warsaw's out there. And I think I might have gotten everything. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions for us, we're going to kind of go down some rabbit holes if you want and have a good time with it. And, FNH says, I hope we have a Second Amendment in 6 months. The attack on our rights is relentless at best. Rob's out there. Poor Conservatives out there. Mississippi Thunder. What's going on? I think I might have mentioned last week, new patron on it. So thank you, Thunder. Without getting too political, but in this show we can because it is what it is. But what are you making of the 2A stuff that's going on right now in Washington? Anything that scares you, really?
There's only so much that can be done executive action, and I gotta figure that even though they're leaning on tragedy at this point, which sucks. A lot of that was kind of dead in the water. They just did not have the votes in the Senate. And then this happens, and I'm not getting conspiratorial with it at all, but when was the last time that we had an incident, right? And then you got things are dead in the water, and then bam, you've got two, right? It's like, okay, this is weird. Stranger things have happened in the universe, right? But it's weird. But ultimately, if they don't got the votes, they don't got the votes. I don't see how weighing on a tragedy is going to sway that, because a lot of people don't perceive this. First of all, you've got certain rules, and certain votes require a different amount of votes, right? And people seem to think that it's always a simple majority, and it's not always a simple majority. Which we're in trouble if that's the case for the most part, right? Because Harris, of course, would be the deciding vote. But then you look at, you look at the makeup, you look at the splits, and then also you got to weigh in the partisanship that's going on right now, right? We're way more polarized and partisan politically, I think, than we ever have been before. And I'm talking when I say we, I'm talking about the federal government. And so I just, if somebody's answer was yay or nay before, I don't see them changing it to yay or nay now. I don't see them putting the partisanship aside. I don't think it's going to happen. But I mean, we still got to watch out for things, right?
Well, we also got to wonder if they're going to go away with the filibuster and the supermajority vote in the Senate. They've talked about doing that. Whether or not they will, I don't know. But that's something that you got to be looking out for. And you and I have discussed this a lot of times. You made a comment that we haven't had an incident in the last year or so, and then boom, all of a sudden. But you and I have talked about this many, many times personally, but we do know that there were incidents that happened last year, but last year wasn't their focus on the 2A or firearms. It was COVID and Trump. And so, but now that that's all gone, now it comes back to reality,
Yeah. Well, but they're also only going to cover the ones that are I'm going to use the word in air quotes here, sexy. You know what I mean?
Yep. Exactly.
They're not going to talk about, love, what Mike Sedini put out earlier. Like he talked about, listed the victims and stuff, but then he also said, what about the 60 some odd Americans that succumb to suicide every day that never get mentioned? And, it's because they can't use that politically. And it's sad. I mean, if our goal is to save lives, then let's work on saving lives. Let's quit this crap about, adding a law on top of a law. I said something to my wife earlier, and she was flabbergasted. She'd never heard it before, but and I don't know how many years ago now a politician said it, right? But the politician that said it's ridiculous that it's illegal to hunt duck with more than 3 rounds, but you can hunt people with a 30-round magazine. And she's like, did somebody actually say, she had never heard it? And I'm like, yeah, some politician, I don't remember who it was, actually said that crap, like it was legal to hunt people. And I'm like, you know what? Here's the thing.
Yeah,
if they would just pass a law, if they would just pass a law regulation, I would go along with this. I'm wondering what the chat thinks. Okay, so make it legal to hunt politicians, and at that point, I'm okay with the 3-round limit. Are you?
Yeah, if we're going to do a purge situation and the politicians are in the clear or not in the clear, they can be doing that. Then I think there'd be a lot of people that'd be interested in that.
I would compromise on that. If you open season, hunting season for political offices, I would compromise the 3-round limit at that point. I think
the views and expressions of Clover Tech do not necessarily reflect those of Toast Tactical.
Hey, we're talking about what some other politician said. She started it, or he, or whoever said it.
I hear you. I hear you.
So it is not legal in any way, shape, form, or fashion to hunt people. That's the point.
Yeah. Now Stan out there says that he had his room booked in November for Wanamaker, so he'll see us there.
Nice.
Fantastic. Patriot in the Dark said that everyone heard it. Clover said we, meaning him and the government. I knew something was fishy about that guy.
Heck yeah. I got him in my pocket. Everybody knows that.
That's right. 1% says Joe Manchin today said that he will not vote for the anti-gun bills that have come out of the House and around the Senate. We'll see if he sticks to his guns or not. No pun or pun intended, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. RL out there says I could make do with a 3-round limit for Congress critters.
Right.
I think there'd be a lot of people that would be interested in that. Rod out there throws out a specific. I would not disagree with that whatsoever. So TJ, I think I put the link out there.
Well, maybe he's saying she's the one that said it.
Oh, okay. Maybe could be. So we're welcoming in TJ. What's going on, bro?
Oh, nothing. Just got in. I got done my supper. I'm ready to go.
Right on. So TJ, for you guys that aren't aware, TJ, I got a little echo back there. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, can you pause your live stream? I think that the audio is coming through. Can you pause your video? If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, just pause it or mute it. No, not you. The actual, like your screen is watching the live stream. Are you still watching it on you? You're muted. You muted yourself, unfortunately.
He's on a delay.
Is that better?
Dude.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
All right. So for those of you that don't know,
I got like 3 screens going here. I was doing some gear report stuff.
Oh, well, I tell you.
Jeff, he's a slave driver, man.
Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is. But TJ works with us over at Gear Report, and you were over at the Sawmill this past weekend for the gathering, which was the Palmetto State Armory thing. I know that Jess put some content out there, but I would love to kind of get your thoughts on behind the scenes stuff and what you thought about it, who all was there, and was there some cool stuff?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was fun. The weather was not cooperating at all. So it was 3 days. Thursday ended up being canceled. They had like tornado watches, high winds. Like I think the kids didn't even go to school that day.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, the facility is huge. They have ranges everywhere, lanes. They got a big comm tower of containers you can shoot out of, long range that we didn't go down to.
Did you meet Scotty Puckett while you were there? Scotty Mo Puckett?
I'm sure I did at some point, one way or the other.
Scotty's a good friend of mine. He works there, instructor there, kind of runs the instruction side of the saw.
Oh, Scotty? Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't know if he was there or not.
Stocky guy.
Yeah, a little short, stocky guy. Kind of, he's got that. You can tell he's.
Oh yeah. I met him then.
Yeah, good guy.
He yelled at us at night one night when we were up a little late.
You're kidding. Yeah. I can imagine you up a little late. Yeah.
It was
just gonna go and look for free food somewhere,
There was no free food. Poor Jeff. It was bad. It was bad. We had to pay for lunch. But I brought normal camping stuff because we planned on camping.
So did y'all stay on the site?
Yeah, we actually got to stay on site. We had the tent set up, or Jeff had the tent set up. I got there late, and then we ended up getting one of the rooms in the bunkhouses up there. So we actually had like real beds and like a shower. It's like crazy.
So what vendors? I mean, off the top of your head, some of the major ones were there.
Mechanic was there. PSA, Lead Star. There's some. Who else was there? IWI had some stuff. Taurus was there. Their what was it? Their sister company with
Heritage and Rossi.
Heritage.
Yep. Yeah, there was a frangible ammo company.
Okay.
They did some some neat stuff. I don't like shooting that close, but they're like, oh, it's fun. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Do you remember when we were at the military shoot last year, 2 years ago? I can't remember, on range day.
Yeah.
And I was shooting some of the frangible stuff from like 2 feet away. I turned around and Jeff's face was white. He was like, "You all right?" I'm like, "I'm good, bro." But he could tell he was scared for me. I was like, man, if it doesn't work, then it is what it is, but it's supposed to work like that,
Right. Exactly. And that's why anything like that, you're like, oh, come on. All it takes is one bad round and you're having a bad day.
One sliver of a bad round.
Yep.
And you're having a really bad day. Yeah.
So, but that, that was neat.
Kind of depends on the angle of the target and some
other factors. It takes this one time and you're having a bad day,
But it was, they had us walk right up on them like 2 feet.
Yeah, I've shot subsonic blackout in the shoot house before. The video may still be up on YouTube. I'm not sure. I know it's still up on other platforms, but and man, I couldn't have been no more than definitely less than 10 feet, with that shooting subsonic blackout, which is a solid lead projectile. And I mean, the angle on the targets were such that, I mean, it's right there in front of it when it drops.
Yeah, now Rob out there says nothing wrong with PB&J once in a while. People that know me and TJ and Clover both do. When I go to range days or I go to a training thing, I have a loaf of bread and the goober, which is peanut butter and jelly mixed in one can. That's my go-to. So, I mean, it doesn't get much better than goober to make a quick sandwich, but I'll take that to range days when I go train. That's my, lunch. Hell, I'll even have it for SHOT Show. I'll make a couple sandwiches in the morning and put them in the backpack so I can kind of eat on the run. So don't get me started on PB&J, dude. I'm all about it.
Jeff will throw whatever he is, whatever free will go in his pockets and in the backpack and
cheese, fruits,
pocket
cereal,
pizza,
potato chips, pizza.
Fit in the pockets. Yeah, anything that'll fit in the pockets. Before we move on to what you shot and all that, Pink says, my free-for-all question, is that gray hair I see or bad lighting? All jokes aside. Yeah, dude, I got a lot of gray hair, bro. A lot of gray hair. That is not highlights. That is not my boy band highlights. That is straight up gray hair. So it is what it is. As long as I got hair, I really don't care what color it is. As long as I got it. And if I start losing it, then I'll just shave it all off. So hair to me is I haven't had a haircut in a year. It's freaking long. It's crazy, but it's all good.
Hippie.
Yeah, I know.
I'm losing mine, so that's why I always wear hats. It
is what it is. I'm lucky that I don't think I'll have to worry about that. My dad grandpa, they all had thick heads of hair and all that. DJ Play Night says the gray ghost. That could be a thing. I don't know. But going back to the gathering down there at the sawmill, what kind of stuff were okay, two questions. I'm going to ghost you here. And the people that know me,
All right.
a ghost question is multiple questions in one. But were there things that you were looking forward to shooting? And then what were some of the guns that you were surprised when you did shoot that they were better than you thought they might be?
We weren't looking for just, whatever was new out. You don't know what to expect. Everyone's like, oh, we got new stuff. And until you get it in your hands, then it's new. And it's, you still might not get it for months down the road. Actually I shot the Lead Star, Helium, which is super, super light. I mean, I held it by the buttstock with all my arm all the way. I think it weighs 3.5 pounds. Skeletonized titanium. That thing shot like a tack driver. I mean, just ripping it.
What caliber?
5.56.
5.56. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, it was so, that thing was so light, it was disturbing. I was almost like, am I going to break this thing? It's all titanium, skeletonized receiver, skeletonized everything, carbon fiber barrel.
Of the new stuff that you knew were probably going to be there, was there one that stood out above the rest and said, man, that is going to be awesome?
I was trying to think. The PSA had their, what is it called? I forget what it was called. It was the little shorty, the 5.56 AR, the Jackal. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally out, or is it just, they had it out?
Prototype. They're in their final phases. That's what they said. Jeff's going to be throwing out a video on that too.
Awesome.
But they're in their final phases, and it's that thing shot good. I was throwing it out one handed. I almost gangstered it, but people were watching, and I was like, I figured I better not. But it shot well. But like I said, that as far as like fun shooting and actually that Helium that thing was top notch.
Yeah,
it's pricey, but
Yeah. Were a lot of people there? I mean, how many vendors do you think were there versus media and all of that? I
think there was, I didn't see a ton of people. The weather, like I said, the weather was really bad. It was windy, rainy, blowing. It wasn't like crowded. There was maybe like 300-400 people there, which, it's still a lot.
But that's great for getting in and shooting, because there's not going to be a ton of people here.
Yeah, the people would roll in, and then, they would, even when it was drizzling, people were still shooting. And, they had he brought in like 5 food trucks. They had a big eating area under a tent. And then, all kinds, tacos, barbecue. They had a grits truck.
Really?
It was, I hit that a couple times. Yeah, that was pimento cheese grits.
I love pimento cheese grits. I'm not a big grit person. Have you ever had grits, just regular grits, but they'll around here they'll add like what do you call it? Chicken broth into it with just regular grits, but add a little chicken broth, really good. But I'm not a grit guy, but I've had a couple things of grits that are really good.
So I made the rounds. Jeff was kind of like, I'll just eat a little bit here, a little bit there, but I don't care. I'll pay for food.
So I gotta eat. When you were at the bay shooting, another ghosted question here, but were there restrict? I mean, do they kind of short you on ammo with everything that's going on? Do they let you shoot a lot?
Actually, most of them were like 3 to 5 rounds.
Okay,
that's my dog's barking, but they're like PSA and Lead Star pulled us over to the side, and they were just loading up full mags for us. Jeff's got some pull somewhere, I guess. So, I was like, so we're just magged up, and people were looking at us like, are they special or something?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I was like, don't you know who this guy is? This is Jeff.
This is Jeff. This is a gearhead, man. So when it comes to the man, I'm going to get Clover in here because I'm sure he's got a bunch of questions to ask also. But when you were at some of the booths talking with the companies, what were their minds like, last year versus this year? Probably money-wise, revenue-wise, they all probably did well, but are they excited about 2021, or what was the vibe of the companies per se? You're muted.
They were pretty upbeat. I mean, they were positive. They were excited to actually have an event, especially down in Florida. where they were like, there's no masks, no, people weren't worried about the what, and but they were excited. They saved a ton of money not going to shot. So
yeah. And they made a ton of money. Most of them did last year if they were in business.
Oh yeah, this whole they've been that's why we're in the pickle. Nobody can keep anything on the shelves, or pretty much as soon as it gets out the door, it's sold.
Yeah.
So
I want to bring Clover in. Clover, you have any questions for TJ about the gathering? And out there in the chat, while Clover's asking his and TJ's talking, throw your questions out there if you have any questions about specific firearms, maybe. And if TJ or Jeff were around to shoot those, he might be able to give a little insight on some of the new stuff.
Well, I know a couple of weeks ago when I went to that event, one of the things that I asked them was, about how busy things were and what kind of position they were in. Every one of them told me that it's been insane and they're behind. And I got like times from they're 4 weeks behind to they're 6 months behind to they're 8 months behind. What was did you get any vibe on how behind the companies are with fulfilling the quotas they've got?
It's right around there. They're all saying it's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
They're like, we're just throwing everything out as fast as we can and
still getting behind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't see it slowing down after, especially after what happened in Colorado. I don't see anything. I think it's going to pick up more. I think you're hard to find anything here shortly.
Yeah, were there any ammo companies? I know the frangible ones were there, but like any of the big name ammo companies out there that might give an indication on ammo is going to go this year?
No, I didn't see any.
No,
I did try to walk off with a big bag of 5.56.
How'd that go for you?
Yeah, they were all laughing. They knew I wasn't really going to go anywhere, but I was like, if nobody said anything,
did they though? Did they?
Yep. They were kind of laughing, and I was like, all right, it's funny. Keep watching me go down this road. Yeah, I'll throw in that Humvee. We'll roll on.
Yeah, exactly. How did the Humvee go? Did it go? I mean, did it work?
Ran great.
Great.
Yeah, it ran good. He made it there and back. My truck, I blew the bearings right as I was turning into the sawmill at like midnight. So I limped it up the hill and then parked it, and that was it. The one down day, Thursday, we went to the parts store, got it, and put it all back together.
Well, I guess that's a good thing that you had a day that got canceled because at least you were able to get home.
I didn't want to be bored.
I understand.
But even on the down day, there was there was times the sun came out. They opened up the range. We got to go. We did some shooting with Microtech during that time, and we went over to Taurus and did some shooting over there. The next wave would come in, and they'd shut it all down.
Yep. Did you happen to shoot the new Ruger Max 9 or the new Shield, Smith & Wesson Shield Plus?
No, we shot the what is it? The Taurus, the TX 22.
TX 22. Yeah, what do you think of that? I'm sure Clover would be interested in hearing that.
I like that. Jeff liked that. Jeff was like, I'm going to get one of these.
The TX 22 or the TX 22 competition?
The competitions we shot. Yeah.
I had a malfunction. The one I
really?
shot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was ammo related. It's just that's 22, man. But how many people out there would go, "Oh, it's garbage. It's garbage." It's like they don't understand the nature of 22 long rifle, right?
Yeah.
But there's no doubt it was ammo. But it's a little bit silly the way I don't like where the red dot's mounted on it.
It's mounted on the barrel. Yeah, I mean it's weird, but
it depends a lot on what type of competition you're trying to shoot with it, and for like speed steel or something like that, then it's not a big deal.
Yeah. Yep.
Our tech out there wants to know if you shot the Kel-Tec P50 at all.
We did not. The Kel-Tec was not out there. I haven't shot
Really?
it. I've seen it.
You have seen it?
I've seen pictures.
Oh, pictures, but nothing in your hand or anything.
Oh no, because if I see it, I'll be like, all right, let's go shoot this thing.
Right.
I'm half tempted to drive up the Kel-Tec. I mean, they're right up the road from me. So.
Well, why the hell are you not there? I mean,
I do have other things to do during the day.
Oh, well, I didn't know.
I know.
Let's see here. Hans, a buddy of mine out here with me. He was out in Arizona a week or so ago. He said 9mm in Cottonwood, Arizona is $60 a box. Honestly, that's really not that bad from where I've seen them about 80 to 85 on average. A lot of places, some up to about 125 dollars. I mean, we're talking two. I mean, I know it's $2 a small round. I know it's crazy, but yeah, I've seen crazy stuff. That's in like Facebook groups that people are literally trying to gouge people. But $60, I know it sounds crazy, but $60 a box for 9 is about what people are asking for right now. It sounds crazy. It is what it is. Now,
it's bad when we get excited about that.
Right?
Yeah,
Pat says just got the Ruger. Exactly. Pat says just got the Ruger Max 9 last night. Going to do a review on it hopefully tomorrow, weather permitting. Awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing that video. Now, one of our local shops here, about an hour away from me, about 20 minutes from him, $30 at Fort Thompson, but there's a 2-box limit. So it is what it is. Not worth driving an hour. It sounds bad, but it's not worth for me driving an hour to get 100 rounds. It is what it is. But yeah, anyways, I'm interested in seeing that Max 9 and all that. Clover, when you were down in Alabama, did you, I can't remember, did you shoot the Shield Plus or the Max 9 from Ruger?
Yeah, neither one of them were there.
Oh, okay. I don't remember if they were there or not.
And they hadn't even announced the release, I don't think, at that time. That was like last week or something that they announced that, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I didn't know if they would, hey, we got some.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, the only thing, I mean, there was several. The Savage Impulse, the Sol Invictus TAC 9,
that came out today, didn't the video?
G3C, yeah, the G33 Toro. There was the TX22 comp. You know, there were several newer ones there, but yeah, that's the video I dropped earlier, was the Sol Invictus TAC 9. That thing, honestly,
I thought they were awesome. Gone. I hadn't seen them in 2 or 3 years since shots. I thought they folded business. I hadn't heard from them forever.
That thing, of course, we talked behind the scenes about some of the inside baseball that, you know, I don't want to put that information, what he told me out there, but on kind of what's been going on. But yeah, that TAC 9 pistol, dude.
Yep.
I'm not a big, huge fan of, like, you know, your AR9 platform style stuff and things like that. But that TAC 9's sweet. It's it's like the best of both worlds. It's like got like everything cool and good about the TAC 9, and then everything like universal, modular, whatever of the AR. Yeah, it's just sweet.
Now, Artak and Daughters out there says they did a review on the Shield Plus. I need to go check that out. This goes for Clover from Talladega and for TJ. Any PSA dagger news from anywhere?
It was that as soon as you said dagger, there was like
yeah.
So we just
stayed
away from it,
and they didn't have any presence in Talladega, so
they weren't there to Talladega at all. Okay.
They were too good for that. They were too good for that because they were having their own event.
Apparently, from what we got was the dagger section is a whole different section. Like if the people working on the dagger is a whole nother area. So
same guys that were working on the MP5 that hasn't seen the light of day in 5 years. So yeah. What it is. It's what it is. So it's pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to, there's some guns I'm really looking forward to. I want to get my hands on the Shield Plus just because I love the Shield. But a 13+1 capacity, it's kind of that 43X, the P365. I mean, this is going to be their version, but they've got the cool thing about it is they've got a new flat face trigger on that. It is optics ready. Like I said, 13+1 capacity on the new Shield Plus. So I'm looking forward to seeing that because that might be something that I'm looking into. I love the Shield, and if this trigger's good, I don't care about the optics ready because I'm never going to put a dot on my carry gun. But I think for people that do have that do want that need that, it's nice to see that they're coming along with the rest of the times. Whether or not you utilize it or not, it is what it is. Do you like shooting with a dot?
I need to. I'm getting. It's hard to see the stock sights, the set sights. I mean, unless they're two different colors, I'm good. But if not, I like throwing a dot on.
Yeah.
So enough practice, you can find that that dot pops right up right in your rear line of sight.
Yeah. Now I will say this about dots. I don't like shooting with dots in my pistols, but what I'll say for a training side and maybe even dry firing, to see that dot clearly, consistently, you're going to have consistent mechanics in a presentation that is consistent. And so I could see where that could really help, solidify your mechanics and make sure that it's in the same spot every time. So I think that's a good side of it. I just don't like shooting with a dot, but I do think there are some plus sides to it for sure. Clover, you have anything you want to bring up with TJ before we move on?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Now with PSA, since this was a PSA thing, F&H said that he heard that PSA is going to come out with the 7.62x54R SVD type rifle. Have you heard anything about that?
It was mentioned.
Oh, really? So that might be an actual thing.
Yes, there were some rumblings about it.
Oh, there you go.
Which is nice. I mean, I like to work on some 7.62 stuff. Branch out.
Yeah, RTAC said the trigger is the best part and the mag wheel is a little bit bigger. So there you go. But yeah, so Stephen Elder says, I have one gun on my wish list. Legal Arms 9mm Alien pistol, $5,000. Better be damn good for I can get a lot of things for $5,000. That wouldn't, no offense, but I mean, I'm looking at some kind of an MP5 for $5,000. I'm going to go with it instead. Just saying.
I'm going Korth.
Oh,
Korth. Oh, that'd be nice. I know, be nice. Are they up there to 5,000, or is that just specific models?
Oh yeah, there's quite a few that are in that range. Oh yeah.
I'd go with the Burno, FK Burno.
FK Burno.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
The field or an original, or can you even get an original?
The field, the big one, the fancy one.
I don't know if
I think I still need a couple more grand for that.
Yeah, I don't know if you can or not. I don't think. I don't think the original can be imported.
Yeah. Mario says, I shoot like a boss. Fight me. I'll be there. I like a good fight.
I shoot like a boss too, and so therefore I will not fight you.
Yes.
Let's see here. Born to be a shooter. Josh says the PSA rep said in Hank's video to clarify. Did I miss something? Talking about maybe about the SVD, I guess possibly.
SVD, yeah. Hank had it. He was there. So he did a video, and they said it was in the works. So we'll see. You know how it is. They said the dagger was in the works.
$40,000. The Korth Dragon. Do you know what that is, guys? I never heard of that.
Yeah. Korth's got some expensive stuff, man. I mean,
what the hell is a 40? What is a Korth Dragon? Because I want to know what's worth $40,000.
We'll pull it up screen share.
I guess I couldn't I?
Ghost is like, I didn't want to work this hard for this.
Right. Images. Oh, snap.
Right.
Okay. So let's screen share. Chrome tab. You guys see that? Okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Got a little bit of engraving on it, don't it?
Yeah, that is man. That is really pretty. And for a revolver, especially if I'm saying a revolver is pretty, it's damn pretty.
Yeah. I'll take two.
I'll take two, exactly.
Right.
Oh man, that is nice.
It's too pretty to take out on the range and all though. It's like that's only the bad.
Oh, so this is a Nighthawk. This is a Nighthawk.
Nighthawk imports Korth.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. They were here in Arkansas, but I didn't know that. That's beautiful. That is gorgeous. Wow. Okay. So that's a $40,000 revolver. I say nope, but it is what it is.
Bud's got some money, baby.
Apparently, yeah.
Remember what was that? The $300,000 shotgun we were looking at that one night?
This is true. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was nuts. I've got a text. Looks like it's from maybe Warsaw Patriot. Oh my God, he wrote a freaking novel. He says, I only got one question, but it goes on for 17 pages. So we're going to go back in. I don't know if we want to go back into this. We will briefly, but it is what it is. He says, since the past shootings have been going on, we'll call them the past murders. This has been on his mind about no matter what. Rather than not seeing me as a human being with rights, I feel like I'm an enemy with the anti-gun left. Thinks all gun owners think we don't care about people who get hurt. So what's the question? Question has been on your mind. Okay. Has any anti-gun group or person ever talked to the 2A community or a 2A person and know that we, the 2A community, do care about people who have gotten hurt? Well, obviously, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
People talk
all the time.
All the time. Whether or not they care that we care, or the fact that they publicize that they talk to us and they know that we care, that doesn't fit their rhetoric. That doesn't fit their mission. But let's not be naive and think that they're just going about this without acknowledging that we exist. I mean, come on. What do you guys think? Go ahead.
It works the same in reverse. I agree. If it's expedient for them to omit, a lot of stuff's done by omission, right? So if it's expedient for them to omit things to, get their point across, to push their agenda forward, then they do that. But our side does the exact same thing. The hypocrisy and everything and the double standards and all are pretty rampant. And that's where I always say we have to work to set ourselves apart from them. I think creating a stark contrast is the only way that we're really going to do any good. And we don't do that by doing things that are hypocritical.
Yep. TJ, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, Clover pretty much said it. Had to mute. Crystal was doing some dishes over there.
Right. Let's see here. DJ Play Nice. I think I saw something up here. Let me go back up and I think I saw something. Okay, here we go. Excuse me. 762 by 25. That's the Tokarev, I believe. The AR is opinions and experience. Don't own one. Never own one. I've shot a couple times. Not a lot, probably. Honestly, a magazine worth combined. So I like it, but I don't have much experience. What do you guys about the Tokarev 762 Tokarev? What do you guys think about that?
Oh, at an AR, I don't know. As far as the round, I love it. That's a freaking fire-breathing dragon of a round, man.
Oh, he said ARs. Yeah, I didn't even notice ARs. I've never shot an AR with.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I was going to say I haven't shot an AR in that caliber.
But I love the round.
AR to Tokarev. Have you? I've never even seen an AR with that.
I haven't either. No, I haven't.
Unless there's something new coming out or something. I don't know.
And I don't know how well you could make that work, to be quite honest with you.
I don't know. It'd be interesting if someone's trying. I'm sure someone tried.
So FNH out there, he said he'd rather have $40,000. He said a fool is soon parted with his money. Here's the thing. The folks that are buying $40,000 revolvers are far from fools. I can assure you. Otherwise, they would not have $40,000 to spend on a revolver. So I get the sentiment of that, and he's of course got a laughing ghost. So that was in jest. But yeah, think about that for a minute. If somebody's got $40,000 to drop on a revolver, there's no way they're a fool.
Mario says it's buffering pretty hard. Is it buffering for anybody else? Let me know. Nope. I haven't heard anyone say it. So must be his internet.
Beat that squirrel. Beat that squirrel, man. Beat the squirrel.
That's right. I'm trying to think here. Trying to see who this is from. Jason P. Jason P. sends a text and says, was there anything new in 10 millimeter? I'm going to go for both of you, whether it was at the Sawmill or Clover at Talladega. We'll start with TJ. Anything new in the 10 millimeter that struck your fancy?
I did not see. I didn't get to shoot anything in 10 millimeter, so I didn't really see anything in 10 millimeter.
Okay.
A lot of 9, a lot of 22. 5.56, 300 blackout. Some 7.62 by 3.9.
No 10 millimeter. Okay. Clover, what about 10 millimeter for you? Did you see anything? I know
I
you saw
got
one
to
that you liked.
do what in 10 millimeter?
I thought you saw something in 10 millimeter we were talking about. Was that not 10 millimeter? Or okay. Oh, it's the 45.
No.
It was a 45.
No, that high point carbine in 45
Yeah.
was pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
For
I'd
some reason,
never
I thought
shot.
it was 10 millimeter.
Yeah, at least I don't ever remember shooting in 41 and 45, and I never remember shooting one suppressed for sure in 45, and that was pretty sweet. I've shot the 40, I've shot the 10, I've shot the 9. That's one reason I opted that day to shoot the 45. That and it was suppressed, so of course I had to. But yeah, it was sweet. Now, I did shoot some 10 millimeter stuff, but was there anything new? No. So I mean, I shot some 10 millimeter Glocks. I shot a what else? I did shoot the 10 millimeter high point carbine. Trying to remember exactly what else, but a couple that day, but nothing new.
Between the 10 and the 45 and the high point carbine, which one did you like best?
The 45 simply because it's suppressed, and the 45 is slower, so it was much sweeter with the suppressor. So carbine to carbine without being suppressed, 10 millimeter all day long.
Yep. Real quick, mandatory carry, $3 super chat. Thank you, man. It says hashtag keep fighting. Appreciate you, brother. As always, we're not asking for super chats at all. But all super chats do go to send care packages overseas to our troops downrange. So thanks for that. Rich White said the new meds are kicking his ass, so he's got to head out. So be safe out there and get some sleep, bro. So let me ask you guys this, and from what you've heard might be coming, what you've seen, and all of that. And I'll start with you, TJ. Is there anything in 2021, even if it's down the road, that you're really looking forward to seeing, whether it's at NRAM or at USCCA or wherever they might have them? Is there something you're really looking forward to this year?
Hopefully, I'm hoping SHOT Show.
Is that the first? Is the next thing you're not going to be able to make it to NRAM or anything? You're going to SHOT Show's the next thing you got?
I mean, I'm going to every event I can, but I mean, I haven't been to an NRAM yet, so I mean, if it's there, I'm definitely want to go. But I enjoy SHOT Show. I like hanging out with everybody at the events and everything. We got IV88 coming up.
Yeah. I just it doesn't do anything for me. Sorry.
Right.
It is what it is. But NRAM's going to be in October in Houston this year. So if you get a chance, this will be down.
Well,
there,
USCCA's in Fort Worth as well.
The week or two prior. That's right.
Everyone's out in Texas. What's up with that?
I suppose we're awesome.
Yeah, I know. I'll have to zip over there though. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to go. So I haven't been to NRAM yet. So that'd be fun.
Yeah, it's something a lot different. Like SHOT, except they can sell there, which you can't at SHOT.
That's the public. The public's there, which sort of sucks.
I'm saying the public's there, so that's why they can sell and all that. But it's not bad.
And I love everybody out there listening live and in replay. I love every one of you. Right, I really, really do.
See the hell out of shots.
But if you want to go to an event, turn on a camera and come as media. Please, for the love of God, don't come as a normal person, because you will see real quickly, the public at an event like that sucks. They sent out a questionnaire. They've already scheduled the Shooting Sports Showcase for next year, and the questionnaire was a bunch of questions like, should we make it a 2-day event? And one of the questions was, should we set aside at least one, if we make it a 2-day event, should we set aside a day for the public? And I'm like, no, capital letters, bunches of exclamation points. And then I give about a four-paragraph summary as to why that's a bad idea. It's like, Yeah. I love y'all, but good Lord, if you want to go to events, turn on a camera. We'll get you in as media, and then you'll understand why at that point.
Yeah, is it as big a shot, or is it a little toned down?
A little bit smaller. It's a lot more laid back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot more. It's a 3-day event, so it's
the problem with the public, right? Is like at SHOT Show, you're in a booth and you've got the cameras rolling and you're there, and it's obvious you're interviewing, you're doing something, and people don't, for the most part, right? I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen, but for the most part, people don't bother you, right? And if you're in a booth with a camera, people recognize, oh, he's taking pictures of this stuff, and they're like, try to stay out of frame, and they do their best to avoid you. In-ram, the events with the public are there, they don't care. I've literally been holding stuff in my hand, taking video or pictures, and somebody walk up and take it out of my hand. And you're dude.
Yeah, I had one a couple years ago in Indy that we're sitting there, and we're sitting around this display in the booth. I'm on one side of the display. The guys from that company's on the other side talking about that. And a kid walks up. First of all, there's two kids. The first kid walks up right in the middle of us, grabs a product while we're filming and talking. And as he's walking by, the second kid knocks over my camera. So now it's pointing at some random wall. And you're just like, what in the world? So we had to stop, put it back, and then start over. And they were oblivious. They were oblivious to it. Didn't care.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened to Jeff. We were filming. I think he was doing a Lead Star interview, and some guy behind us was trying to pick up a chick at the counter, just talking loud. And Jeff's he keeps eyeing me, and I'm like, dude, there's nothing I can do. I mean,
yeah.
So hopefully that video turned out okay.
You could beat some ass. So
I thought about it, but
with your gear report stuff, that would look really good.
Turn around and say, could you please use your inside voice? Yeah. I did that. Here, I forgot.
I would have walked up and said, here, I'll get her number for you later, and I'll give it to you.
So, right. I wanted to turn around and say, you don't have a chance, buddy.
Right.
So I was in the Taylor's. This was at a couple weeks ago, right? So and let me take it back. It wasn't all media and industry. There was also some dealers and like FFL dealers and distributors and stuff there, right? Which can be just as bad because they're not used to the whole, media thing. But I was in the Taylor's and Company booth, and I had, or bay, I guess we should say, because it was on the range, and I had the camera and all set up, and I did turn to them because I had started, and they were loud. There was like 3 of them over there. I don't even remember now what they were talking about. Now, as it turns out, the audio sucked anyway on that because my microphone got screwed up. I did the best I could, but I did turn to them and go, you realize that what y'all are talking about is going to get picked up on this video, right? And they're like, oh, and so they dropped it down about 3 notches, their conversation.
And I want to make sure that I've filmed you talking so people know who it is that are saying.
But I'm like, you realize that what you're saying is going to get picked up by the, if you want it out there, that's fine. But I'm not paying attention to what you're saying. So if you're talking trash about somebody or, whatever, trying to get busy after hours, well, you might not want that in my video.
Yeah. Mario out there says shot his buddy's Thunder Ranch revolver in 45 ACP. Any of you guys have any experience with that? Clover, especially Thunder Ranch in 45 ACP?
You say 45 ACP or?
That's what he said. Yeah. Thunder Ranch revolver in 45 ACP.
Right. I don't think I have. I mean, that's a Smith & Wesson, but yeah, that's so. Just so everybody knows what he's talking about. That's Thunder Ranch is like the model, but it's a Smith & Wesson.
Yeah, Warsaw Sagan needs a mount for use in a range booth for indoor range. I said a tripod. I said it's too big. You can go to Walmart and get one of those little, I don't know what they call them. I think Clover's got one. TJ, you might. But the legs, their little tripod, the legs are about like 3 or 4 inches, and they bend, and it's a little selfie, kind of what they call a blogger for cell phones. Just get one of those, and they stand about that tall.
A Jobby, Jobby, Jobby Gorilla Pod, and they make several different sizes. And the beauty of it is you can wrap that thing because it's got all the joints in it. So you can wrap it around a pole. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. But yeah, it's a Joby, Jobby Gorilla Pod.
Yeah.
Jeff had a little, what was it? One of the GoPros with a little flip out stand on it, and I was like, that worked good. I get some video in that one.
Yep. Southpaw says, anyone going to Knob Creek? Buddy his loves it. It's coming up at April 9th and 10th in Kentucky. Ooh. That's the same weekend as Wanamaker, correct?
Yeah, it's Wanamaker. But
so no, I won't be going there. But I've heard Knob Creek is a really fun shoot. I've never been, but I would like to go if it ever is not on the weekend of Wanamaker. That Kentucky's not too far from us, so that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that do go. There's quite a
Yeah.
few people that
Oh
caravan.
yeah, but I've never personally.
beer.
I'd love to.
But I've never been either. They bring back tons of footage and all kinds of other stuff. But that's a more of a vacation type thing. You know what I mean? Rather than
Yeah.
content covering type situation.
You guys
it's
lost
kinda
me. I thought they were talking about bourbon.
Bourbon. Well, Knob Creek's some good stuff too.
Yeah, I was like, oh, was it an event?
Yeah, they got a tasting or something. That'd be great.
Great.
It's kind of like the Big Sandy shootout in Arizona. I'd love to get to that for no other reason, just for the automatic night shoot, not to film it, just to go and see that spectacle. Yep. That would be awesome to go out one time and just go to Big Sandy and have fun. And then, like you said, not even go there as a content, just go and enjoy shooting weird stuff and watching the night shoot, and that would just be fun.
Yep.
Thermo says that Knob Creek's always awesome. Rob has a good idea. Just hire a kid to hold it up for you. There you go. Give him $5 to hold your camera for you. I was going to say give him $5 to hold it for you, but I'll say $5 to hold your camera for you.
Specify.
Specify.
Yeah.
Context when talking about kids is big. So, yes. Nebraska gun freak out there says, what up, guys? What's up, homie?
Freak in the house.
Yeah. I guess he was on yours last night, and he said that he usually catches our stuff in after in a replay. But it's nice to see him in the live side of it too. So welcome to the dark side, my man. That's the
only freak. That's the only freak in the chat we can actually call freak without him getting mad because we say freak.
That's right. Nebraska is like taking over, man. I mean, you got Defense Dad, Travis P11, you got Stan, you got Sandhill Shooter, DJ Play Nice. I mean, what's going on? Is like people moving to Nebraska? I mean, I don't understand. Are they just now getting internet in Nebraska? So everyone's kind of coming online.
They just now realized there's cameras on their cell phones, I think.
Gotcha. So now they've joined the real world. Okay.
Yeah.
He said he's got 15 minutes left on lunch. So I'm glad to have you even for a few minutes. Welcome to the live stuff. I said Freak on a Leash. That was Freak on a Leash was oh crap. Oh man, the band, Freak on a Leash.
Children of the
Korn. There you go. That's right. Korn. Yeah. Great song. I wasn't a big Korn guy, but that was a good song. They've got some good songs. They're not one of those bands I can just put on a playlist and listen to. There's about 3 or 4 songs I can go with.
They're in the mix. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I wouldn't just sit there and go find a Korn station. It was like, I'm going to put those songs in the mix, but I'm not going to go listen to the station. Ellis, the Outlaw Hatfield, my homie. What's up, brother? Hope you're feeling well. He's had some back issues, man, and hope everything's going good. Hope you're feeling better, my man. Good seeing you out there. Speaking of PSA, he works at PSA, I believe. I don't know with his back and all that. I wonder if he was at the shoot. Probably wasn't. I think he's on a little leave right now with his back. But yeah. Let's see here. I'm trying to see anything else. I don't think I've missed anything. If you guys have any questions or comments that you want us to answer, it doesn't have to be necessarily from the shoot or whatever. We can handle whatever you would like us to handle. And if we can't, then we'll just tell you straight up, no, I'm not going to handle that. But just in case, okay, he said he was not there. I didn't think he would be because, like I said, he's been down and out with his back. It's been pretty bad. I think surgery is either happened or getting ready to happen for him. So it's not a good thing. So TJ, what you got coming down the line on Gear Report? Anything cool that you guys have been reviewing that you're going to have published here pretty soon?
Not me personally. I mean, we got 5 or 6 videos he's going to be coming out, thrown out there. I'm working on if I can ever find ammo, I've got the Savage 110 Tactical and 6.5 PRC that I would love to finish doing the review on, but I can't find that PRC to save my life. So it's kind of in the back. I've just been building ARs and doing little reviews on the castle nuts and the end plates and barrels, whatever I can do. I got a bunch of little things coming up.
Yeah. Interesting question, because this could go a lot of different directions. Mandatory carry out there. Settle an argument between me and Papa Carry. Binos for a get home bag, yes or no? I would say this. I probably would not go with binos. I would probably go with maybe a rifle scope, like a 1-4 or 1-6, 1-8, maybe LPVO that you may not have mounted on a rifle, or you could just use one on your rifle that can magnify and all that. Because at that point, having binoculars is just something extra. But if you've got a weapon that's got like an LPVO, especially like a 1-6, 1-8 magnification, and you feel comfortable utilizing that as a magnifying looking glass, I would say that, just because binoculars, the small light ones are probably not worth carrying. To get the good ones are the heavy ones, and that's just room and weight to add to a go bag. So I would personally say, if you've got an LPVO that's like a 1-6, 1-8, even a 1-4 would help, but that's something that I would probably be able to utilize that you're going to have with you anyways. Clover, I'm going to go to you first. Binoculars for a go bag. What do you think?
Binos, no. I do have it's either a 10 or a 12 power monocular.
Binocular, yeah.
That's really nice, lightweight. It doesn't take up much room. I'm trying to think about how big it is, but it's not.
Or even just a rifle scope in general.
It's less than, it would literally fit inside a toilet paper roll with room to spare. You know what I mean? That's how small it is. So it takes up hardly any room. And so that's I do have that. So that's not what I suggest, but I practice that. That is in my bag. So.
Real quick, surgery was on the 2nd for Outlaw Hatfield. He says he's in recovery stage. Well, I hope you feel better, bro. Get back on your feet soon.
Yeah, get better.
A binocular, and you could utilize like a 6, 8, 10 powered rifle scope as a binocular as well. If you already have one, like you said. But I love the actual binocular. I didn't think about that. That's a wonderful thing. And what you can do also is what I suggest is, especially if you're going to be going and you might be hunting or something for survival. Maybe you can get them used at some sporting goods store probably, but maybe a range finder will kind of give you, be able to distance to what things are. I don't know if you can do that with a binocular as well or not.
I'm surprised, with you being the resident golf pro, you didn't talk about a golf scope, dude, because that's
not a range finder. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, is a range finder. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 10 of them, but I've got them in my range bag.
They're
and everything.
Small, they're magnified,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got a bunch of them. I've got one, but I'm not going to have someone go and buy a $300 rangefinder for something like that.
Right.
You can go, and honestly, you can go to Amazon and find a 10 powered monocular or a 10 powered rifle scope for 30, 40, $50 that will probably do you just fine just for that. I wouldn't use it to shoot with it, but just using it as a monocular. Absolutely.
So what I got was less than $20.
There you go. TJ, your thoughts on monocular?
I was saying the same thing, just a binocular. They said binoculars, no. Binocular, definitely, because they're small enough. You throw in the bag and just forget about it. It's buried in there one day when you need it.
Yeah. Okay, this is gonna be right up your alley, Clover. He says he needs an Aero Precision FDE stripped upper if anyone has one, but he's been trying to get a 300 blackout build done for a suppressor, gets out of jail. Not necessarily the Aero upper, but I know that you have a lot of experience with suppressed 300 blackout. If he can't find an Aero upper, is you or TJ? I know you both like 300 blackout. If he can't find an Aero Precision stripped upper, is there another brand that you guys would recommend for him that would do the trick?
Any of them he can find. So he's talking about a stripped upper, so anyone he can find, like literally.
If he's got the components to put in there, then I guess you really don't need.
Yeah, I found WMDs were in stock one day, so I got like 2 of them just sitting over there whenever my lowers come in, and just keep them in my gun cabinet.
Yeah,
those work well.
I can't remember what brand it was. Clover, do you remember? I almost pulled a trigger on one a couple months ago that I got an email on. It was like $289.
Oh, that was from Omega Tactical Distributors.
Yeah, but I don't remember what brand. it was.
Probably a Davidson Arms or something like that.
Davidson, or maybe Yeah, it could have been BCM or something like that.
I don't think they carry BCM.
Okay, it must have been Davison. It was because I was asking you. I never had any experience with them. When I was asking, you said that for what they are.
Look into Omega Tactical Distributors.
Yep, absolutely. Patriot in the Dark says, I have some new T-shirt designs, but my 13-year-old kid won't help me out. Have any ideas?
A switch?
Call me and I'll do them for you. Yeah. First of all, put her ass into groundment and put her with no cell phone, no computer, no way to contact the outside world until that young lady helps you.
And here's the crappy thing about that, right? And I don't know how many people remember Patriot talking about this, but if memory serves, I don't know if he's done it yet or if it's something he's just looking into, but Patriot was talking about getting her a nice big tablet and all this other stuff to do graphic work on. And now the child won't help him with T-shirt designs. Come on, man.
I think he was suckered into that deal.
It's time for the switch at that point. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. You can find another kid. You're a trader if you need,
Right.
Pay one of her friends to do it because that will piss her off that they're getting paid to do it and she could have been that as well. That'd be fun. Stephen Elder, $1 super chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you very much. Nebraska Gun Freak says just something that will match the Arrow FDE or might just have to switch the block lower on an AR-15 with the FD one that I have for the 300.
Great point because
either way.
FDE from one company to another, it drives people insane. It being a little bit different tint or whatever, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: just run it with a black upper, and then when you find an FDE, swap it out.
That's right.
It
doesn't have to look all badass right off. As long as you can shoot it, you can always,
rattle can it.
Rattle can both of them so they match,
Mm-hmm.
I've been franking gun. I just take them down to get them Cerakoted.
Well, that's true too.
That's right. G Web's out there says 29th thumb. Good evening. What's up, G? Bernie out there says child labor. What is one to do? Hey, I'm just saying, if your 13-year-old daughter just bought a brand new tablet to help you with graphic design and refuses to do it, then I'm going to go buy one of her friends something, a tablet, and maybe her friend will do it. You just gotta put the pressure on somehow. You gotta think outside the box, man. Think outside.
Give her friend that tablet so she can do it.
Even better. Yes, I like that. A&A out there says Krylon FDE. I use on this one. Ironically, I did this for two reasons. One, it was easy, but people also, people spend a lot of money Cerakoting a battle worn paint job or finish on their gun. Do you know how to get it battle worn? Actually use your freaking firearm. Right. So I rattle canned it and it's beat up to hell, but it looks battle worn because it is battle worn. But this is done with a rattle can and it's easy. It takes 30 minutes to do it. That's including dry time and all that. But yeah, rattle can's a great one, and eventually, if you actually do shoot it and use it a lot, it'll have a really cool battle worn look on it. So there you go. All right. Any other questions out there? We can start getting out of here if we want. It's an early night. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I was lazy as hell, and I sent the email out to the guys, and I said I've been so busy.
I wouldn't call it lazy, but okay.
Well, I was. Sure, I've been really busy, but I could have spent 5 minutes of my life to figure out a topic, but I didn't. And I said, hell, we haven't done a free-for-all, so we're going to do a free-for-all. I've had fun talking about different things. If you guys, like I said, if you guys have any questions or comments that you want us to go through, then we can definitely talk about that. If not, then we're going to kind of start sweeping the floor. Make sure to go check out. I'm assuming that Sandhill Shooter is going to have his Get Off My Lawn podcast at the top of the hour over on the Sandhill Shooter channel. So it is what it is. New York Outcast Rob says instilling a good work ethic is important, and so is helping out ones that help you. It is not labor. Sounds like someone's been through that situation before and it's come up with a scenario that he can justify in his mind. But I agree with you. It's not labor. It's teaching them lessons. We can call it that. So you don't have anything coming down the line right now. Is there anything that you're expecting some reviews for your report, TJ, that you think might be happening in the near future that people should be looking out for?
I mean, hoping.
Talk about, you know,
I'm hoping after the sawmill, we'll see. We had a lot of good discussions. I mean, it was a good laid back kind of event. We got to chat with everybody and it's had some good conversations and stuff.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
This is something that we can talk about because I think all three of us enjoy a good knife. Any knives that we're going to be getting, I'm really looking at. I'm going to be getting a katana here pretty soon. Not like the original, like real katana, but a reproduction and all that. But I'm looking for a blade that I'm trying to find the right one. It's going to cost a couple $100 bucks, but it's well worth it. Maybe more than that. It's going to be well worth it. But it's called a DAO, DAO, and it's about I want a 12 to 18, about an 18-inch. It's kind of a really cool ass, like I wouldn't really call it. Well, it's a big ass camp knife with a cool blade, but it's more like a machete almost, kind of one of those kind of things. It's pretty cool. But a DAO, it's a DAO blade. Looking forward to that. I'm a big Karambit fan. You guys know I like to get. I'm looking forward to going to Wanamaker because they're always going to have a shit ton of knives that are pretty cool. So I'm looking forward. I do more knife shopping at Wanamaker than I do gun shopping. It sounds crazy. But I mean, I've got in this area, I've got like 7 knives just chilling right here.
That's just because I haven't taught you about all the cool guns at Wanamaker yet. Eventually, we'll get you there.
That's fake news. It's fake news. There's a buck knife that is new. I like a lot. Just kind of a.
I've got an old one that looks just like that.
Yeah. And then obviously the Karambit fixed blade. Just right here, I've got like 7 blades right now. I'm gonna then get the SOG right there. I like knives. I'm not a knife aficionado. I don't study what's good blades, and I find a blade that I like the looks of the blade. If I can find it in Damascus, also I love a great Damascus forged blade and all that. But yeah, I enjoy knives. I don't care about quality. I mean, I do care about quality, but I'm saying is I'm not going to, if I can find a good knife for $70 instead of $300, I'm okay with a $70 knife as long as I feel comfortable that it's going to work and all that. And yes, I'm actually am going to this summer the WC knives. I've been talking with them, but I'm gonna buy. They've got a couple blades over there at Williams Collins Knives that are amazing. They were on. Ellis had them on his channel a month or 2 ago, and I've been looking at their stuff a lot. I am going to be getting one of those. There's about $250. You can get a really, really awesome, a great little outdoor carry / camp knife. It's great. Let's see here. G23 says, what's the best place to get a knife like your Karambit? If you're looking for a Karambit, go to Karambit.com, Krambit. I swear to God, I'm there all the time, but that's where I got this one from. But Karambit.com, and they've got stuff for anywhere from $20 to $1,000 Karambits, different sizes, folding, fixed blade, whatever you want. If you're looking for a Karambit, go to Karambit.com. Swear to God, it's a place and it's awesome. Let's see here. Katana is a sword. It's so when you hear katana, most people may not know what it is. When you hear samurai sword, that's a katana. So in your mind, if you know what a samurai sword is, that's what a katana is. If not, Google katana, and there you have it. So yeah, Clover, knives. I know that you like knives, but like you're probably more into knives as far as knowing more about them than I do. But maybe, but we both are knife people. What are some of your favorite knives, or are you planning on getting any new knives anytime soon? Or are you looking?
I don't have any plans on it.
I never do. I see something and I usually just get it, you know.
I'm trying to think if I've seen anything. I don't think I've seen anything. I have seen some hatchets lately. looking into some different things. It's
Yeah.
like, wow, that's cool. Yeah, but yeah, I've got some different hang-ups. I mean, like I don't like serrations for whatever reason, and blade profile to me is a big thing, right?
Yeah, sure.
I like more of the traditional profile than some of the weird blade profiles that's out there nowadays.
Hey, I'm gonna give you shit for this G23. Just saying. He wants to know if I can drop a link to karambit.com. He wants me to drop a link for karambit.com. Just saying. It's karambit.com.
Maybe his
There
keyboard's broken. Who knows?
He doesn't want to type all of that
Yeah.
into a phone.
It's a
Probably.
lot of typing.
Here's the thing, even if he misspells it, it will figure it out, yeah, no, it's I'm just joking with you. Outlaw says Cold Steel makes a good kermit. Yeah, the Cold Steel's got some really cool stuff.
They make a pretty good katana too, quite honestly, for the money.
Yeah, I'm trying to the katana that I'm looking at is $129. It's pretty sweet. And they've got them up to about $500, but 120. I'm not going to go and use it. I don't plan on getting my samurai on anytime soon. But it's going to be a decorative piece. But I didn't want something that was like, okay, so at Wanamaker you can go get a katana for $50, Clover.
Right.
I don't want one of those. I want something that is decent looking.
What? How long are you going?
They have different ones, but let me go down and show. Let me see here.
Yeah, well, he just
and he vanished.
Totally went away. So hopefully he'll be back in a minute. In the meantime, TJ and I are going to take over the show. Let's
be on the show.
Yes, I did that. Yes, I went to the website on this tab. I am not the sharpest crayon in the box. I understand that. Jeez Louise. I do that all the time, actually, unfortunately. So let me go to this website real quick. And it's called truekatana.com. Okay. So G23, truekatana.com if you're interested. And they've got all sorts of tantos, ninjados, katanas, wakasashis, naganadas, takis. They've got all sorts of cool blades. This one that I'm looking at is going to be a let's see here. The overall length is 103 centimeters with a 72 centimeter blade.
Centimeters.
I know.
Speak English.
I know, right? So let me come down here. So the saya length is 28 and a half, and so a 28 and a half blade.
Wow. That's a long blade.
Yeah. It's beautiful though. It really is. It's beautiful. And they've got all sorts of different ones and the katana, they have them all sorts of different colors. They have sets, they have wooden ones, they have all, and they go from, $100, $99 or something like that, all the way up to whatever you want to spend. But all of them are functional. So this is made out of 1045 carbon steel with a black saya, a full tang, 28 and a half inch blade, and it's got the
better be a full tang. How bad would that suck?
Well, I'm not, they have shorter katanas also, like almost like knives, where they may not have the full tang on those. They call them samurai fighting knives, and they're basically. Oh, it would suck. Yes, absolutely, especially on something long
like that.
Yeah, but even the short ones are still called katanas, and so they, so not all of them are going to have a full tang. But yeah, on a 28 and a half inch blade, yeah, it better be. That wouldn't be fun at all. Let's see here. While I was doing that, Two Live Moose says go to Blade HQ. Blade HQ. Yeah, I mean, Blade HQ. I mean, there's just type in knife
Right.
and go to shopping, and you're going to find all sorts of stuff. But yeah, anything that you guys, cool knives that you'd like to maybe look at one day that may not be in your, it's not saying you're looking to buy it, but to be like, if I could get that one, that would be pretty cool. Any of those kind of dream blades?
Well, I saw we saw Microtech was out there, and I like the old John Wick, the little front.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I mean, I'm not a big knife guy. I have like 2 knives, and they're work knives, so the end's broken off one, the other one's dull as, it won't cut anything, but I use it for sawing off plastic and stuff. But something like that was like, that looks neat.
So I can't do because I'm on my phone, but Grandpa Stanley out there, Buck, says his new knife, it's a Smith & Wesson. I'm a little upset that every knife that you own isn't a Buck knife. With your name named Buck, I would make sure that all of my knives were Buck knives. But no, this is
They
pretty
should
cool.
send him knives.
They should send him knives. This is a little cool little Smith & Wesson blade. Smith & Wesson, I tell you what, guys, a lot of people give shit about Smith & Wesson blades for cheap, I'll say inexpensive blades. I own probably 4 or 5 Smith & Wesson blades. I like them for what they are to throw in your pocket. And it's one of those things where it sounds bad. 2 years ago, one of the blades that I put in my pocket to SHOT Show was a Smith & Wesson. Unfortunately, I forgot to put it in my luggage on the way home, flying home. So it was like a $20 knife. So I threw it in the trash. But I love the blade. But for $20, it's one of those, if you lose them, you're not going to break your heart if you have to throw them out the airport, whatever. But Smith & Wesson makes some good blades. Do you guys own these Smith & Wesson blades?
Smith & Wesson, yeah, one of my favorites. I don't carry it anymore because it was a gift from a local police department. It was a Christmas gift. I got invited to the Christmas party every year, and they all chipped in. And what I was going to say is there's some Smith & Wesson knives that are not cheap. I've got one,
absolutely.
And that's how I know that. They do have some economically priced ones, but this one I've got, I carried it for the longest, and then I think I lost it, which is one of the reasons that I tend to not spend a great deal of money on knives. And then when I found it, it got taken out of rotation, and it basically stays in the panic room on a shelf at this point because, that was a gift, and it, is a fairly expensive knife, and I don't want to lose it, but it's super cool.
So the knife I'm carrying today, this is from Regicide, and this is an auto blade that I got at Wanamaker about 3 years ago. It's still one of my knives that are in my carry rotation. I do really like this a lot. This is another one. This is a cheap, that costs about $45. That one right there, I got at Wanamaker. This is just a Gerber, and this is just a simple knife. It's just a folding knife, but it does. I do like serrations on for certain things on a knife.
But the paraframe,
yeah, and it's just a cheap Gerber. It's one of the best knives I've owned.
Those right there, the best time to buy those after Christmas. You get 3 of them, 3 different sizes for. I mean, even the Christmas pack is like $19.95, but they'll put them on sale after Christmas for $10, usually on clearance if you're lucky enough to snag them, and you can get 3 for that.
Yeah. And it's a great knife. I mean, it's a really good pant clip to put on, to carry it. This is just one of my favorite cheap everyday carry knives.
I've got a small version of that. It's definitely smaller than that. That is clipped to my med bag.
Yep. Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely. But yeah. So someone's talking about knife laws and all that. I tend to forget about that because here at Arkansas, our only law is if it has a blade, it's legal in Arkansas. Like seriously, if it has a blade, it's legal in Arkansas. So I tend to forget that not everyone can go buy a katana, or whatever. I could walk around my Marine Corps NCO sword if I wanted to, and it'd be okay. But so I do have a tendency to forget. I apologize. But in Arkansas, if it's a blade, it's legal. So, Check your local and your state knife laws before you go out and buy something. Just saying. Don't say, Ghost told me. I didn't tell you to go buy that, But, yeah. Rob says he's got one in each size as well. I'm assuming he's talking about the Gerber. DJ Play Nice says 2-pack at Christmas here was $20. The Chinese pair frames are so hand harsh. Yeah, I don't know. This is a Gerber, and like I said, I've had this for I don't know how long. I've had this a long time, and it's still one of my favorite, just basic, cheap knives. Anyways, yeah. All right, Clove. It's almost been an hour and a half. I know that TJ's talked about Gear Report and all that, but tell us. I know you don't do anything, but if you were to produce some kind of content, whatever it would be, tell people where they might be able to find you, and if you are planning on doing anything, what that might be in the coming week or two.
I think I've burned people out on the event I went to at this point, because I dropped quite possibly the coolest thing at the event today, and it's hardly getting any views. So I don't understand that.
I was one of your views, by the way.
Of course, then again, I've got a YouTube Shorts on the freaking Uberti Cattleman 4440 that's blown freaking up. So for whatever reason, really cool 9mm carbine, whatever pistol, revolver. So the FUD in me is excited. Don't get me wrong, but the creator in me is like, "What the crap's going on?" People would rather look at a 4440 revolver than a cool 9mm pistol. Really?
You have to know your freaking audience, bro. All of your audience are FUDs. They don't want to see AR shit.
I guess so, man. I guess so. But I still, man, it's like I said at the beginning, that particular pistol is like the love child between an AR-9 and a Tech 9. And, you know, a Tech 9 is kind of FUD because it's so old school, you know? Right. So, no, I've still got, I think, 1 or 2 more videos from that event coming out. And then I'm back to work, you know, on normal stuff. I've got a backlog. I actually talked with 2 companies today, moving forward on some stuff. So a lot coming out, and then of course we've got Tulsa in 3 weeks or so now, 2.5 weeks or something. So who knows what'll come out of that. Now, one thing that I do need to throw out there. I haven't deleted the live yet. I need to go in and do that. But tomorrow, I was supposed to have Diana Mueller on the podcast, and I talked to her today. She contacted me, and because of all that's gone on, she has to go testify in the Senate. So I'm like, totally understand. Get your butt up there.
I would say bullshit. Then we're going to go live from the Senate floor. You're going to go live from the Senate floor.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would have been
cool. That would be bad. Well, you know what you could do? You could go live in using the Senate's YouTube channel and plug that in.
You know what? I potentially could and do her testimony. Do that. Might do it and do a live stream type watch party type thing of her. I may do that. I may figure that out if I can figure out what time she's supposed to do her thing. That's a good idea. But anyway, that's not like I said, that's not happening. And then and then Thursday we're going to be talking about Wanamaker. So I sent out kind of a preamble to my invite list for the live streams, or whatever you want to call it, just to kind of let people know ahead of time that's what was going on. So if you've ever made the Tulsa show before, or if you are interested in maybe going, then get with me, get on the panel. We're going to talk about the shows in the past and, all the different aspects of what's going on, things we liked the most about it, things we didn't, and just a lot of different things, and kind of gear up, get excited, because hopefully with the way I'm seeing everything kind of play out in Oklahoma and other things, it really, really, really good chance, knock on wood, that it happens this April. So
don't you dare jinx us, damn it.
Yeah,
I know. I know.
Trying to think of you were saying that's a good idea. I always have great ideas for other people. I very rarely think of cool stuff to do on my own channel. That's why my channel sucks. But all the cool ideas that I have, I give to other people. I don't know why I do that constantly.
Sharing the love, man. Sharing the love.
Right.
We're going to be actually. Me and Jeff are going to be on Hank's podcast on Friday.
Oh, cool.
So
I was supposed to have been
Say
on there
hello,
today,
Chloe.
just
but I
we hung out.
told him
We hung out with him a little bit. He was out there. It's fun chatting. So yeah, I think we'll probably talk about a little bit about Sawmill and.
I like Hank. I do like Hank. I love Lola.
Florida
2
boy.
hours. 2 hours. Although we always go 2 hours here, but 2 hours when it's tough sometimes. It's tough, especially when you don't know who's going to be on there with you. And every time I'm on there, no offense, I love Joe, but it's like the last 5 times I've been on there, it's been with Joe from 13C. I love Joe, but can you get me with someone else? You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, a couple of weeks ago, I was supposed to be on there with Sarge, and something went south, and then Lola sent me a text yesterday. She was like, "Can you come on tomorrow again with Sarge?" And I'm like, "Nah, I've got commitments on Tuesday night. Sorry." But I know that Sarge was on with Felicia from Texas GOA tonight, so it was a pretty good show there tonight. If you're curious about Texas politics, some of the stuff going on, I had to set them straight. Unfortunately, what little time I was in there on a few things that wasn't getting relayed properly, but yeah. So I passed up Hank to be here. I'm just saying.
What do you want, a cookie? I mean,
I don't want a darn thing.
He would like a cookie. Yes.
And I would make that, and I would make that decision again. So
yep.
Yeah.
It'd be different. Be good for Jeff.
Yeah. Have you been on with Hank before?
I have not.
No. Has Jeff been on with Hank before?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, it's for the first time. It'll be fun for you guys.
Right. As I said, it'd be good for us. Good for Jeff more than me.
It's a different show for sure.
Your pussy's climbing the wall. Put that shit in check, man.
It definitely goes down some rabbit holes there too sometimes.
Yes, it can.
Oh, so
which is fun.
Like Jeff's show every day. Whenever Jeff has a podcast.
Very similar, yeah. Very similar. Speaking of which, tomorrow night was at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Is that correct? This week in Gear Report will be live. I'm assuming you'll be on there talking about the Sawmill and the Gather Guy. I assume, you know.
Yes.
If I'm available, I'll jump on. I know Clover. We both do work with Gear Report as well. So if I'm available, I certainly will. But yeah, make sure you check that. It's over on Gear Report's YouTube page. Go check it out. They've got the hammock chat with Pickle on Thursday night. Still, I'm assuming that's actually a really cool podcast for a guy that doesn't like the hammock. I don't know if that's what they call it. Is it called hammocking or is it the hang or I don't know what they call it. I don't do that, but it's always a pretty cool conversation. It takes a special person to enjoy a hammock. Just saying, you know. But anyways, yeah, go check that out. As far as us, we I don't know if you guys noticed, we did it. I tried to do it and I got busy and all that. But I put out a video every day last week, and I've never done that before. I wanted to see what it would do, and it's kind of cool to do that. And luckily, I had filmed some ahead of time, so I didn't have to, like, every day. I wasn't trying to film a video, but I had backlogs for you and all of that. I want to continue to do that every once in a while, go like a week streak of videos and put one a day. I'm not going to do that right now, but we do have some cool stuff. Obviously, we talked about working with gun deals. So make sure you go and subscribe to gun.deals. It's a really cool website that you can find good prices, but I'm going to be doing some work for them, making some videos for them. They've started their own YouTube channel, so go subscribe to that, and you'll be able to see me over there. I submitted my first video to them today. They've already paid me, which is cool. It was like within 10 minutes they paid me. It was really awesome. I was like, holy snap, this is cool. But I'm assuming it'll be up in the next day or two. I don't know when they're going to put up. Once I give it to them and they pay me, it's their video. They can do what they want to with it, but it should be up on their YouTube page, probably website and Facebook in the next day or two. But go check out Gun Deals. It's a really cool place and all that. But yeah, Patriots, they did it for 20 days in a row. It's dude, I'm telling you, if you don't have several already made and kind of waiting and already published or scheduled, doing a video a day, like people that do that every day, I don't know how they do it. I mean, I was going nuts there, just thinking about ideas. But luckily, I did them ahead of time, most of them ahead of time. But when you're trying to do that and you're thinking in your mind, I don't know if I'd want to do a video a day every day. For a lot of these channels do that. That would not be fun for me. So yeah. But yeah. Thanks for watching live. Great conversation. Thanks to TJ and Clover for jumping on. Appreciate you guys going down some rabbit holes with us. If you're watching in replay or listening to podcasts, don't know if this was a fun one to listen to or watch in replay or not, but if you have any questions or comments, utilize that comment section below. We can answer those as much as we can. Other than that, I'm trying to think if we got coming down. We got some products. I've got I'm still waiting, but I've been told that it's going to be any day now. Finally heard back from Clover. Finally heard back from EAA. So the 1911 is going to be sent out any day now. So I'm looking forward to getting to that. I've got some stuff from LA Police Gear that I'm doing some work with LA Police Gear now too as well. Not sponsoring, but just doing some work for them, which would be kind of cool. They're going to send some stuff to do a review on. I'm trying to think what else. I've got some stuff for the Hummer that would be kind of cool. They're Molly shelving units that are made for Hummer H3 windows in the back door and all that to do some organizing. We're working with that. I got all sorts of stuff happening. So the next month or so is going to be really fun, really exciting for us. Make sure you go check out Gear Report and not just the YouTube channel, but gear-report.com. All three of us in this room right now do work. Obviously, TJ is a big part of Gear Report, much more than Clover and I. We just kind of we come in when we can, but TJ is a big part of Gear Report. Go read some of his reviews or any of the reviews over on Gear Report and watch the live stream tomorrow night, This Week in Gear Report. Make sure you check out all of Clover's 17,000 podcasts that he does a week and all of that. If you go out there, get to the range, be more proficient, take someone new with you. More importantly, we need all the 2A, pro gun content we can. So if you go out to the range or doing anything and you've ever had an inclination to be a content creator, turn your camera on. It's that simple. If you need any help, please contact me, Clover, TJ. Any of us are here to help you get all that figured out. Turn your camera on. Film yourself at the range, put it on YouTube. That's just going to give us another searchable pro gun, pro 2A thing on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Semper Fidelis.